Let's start with Japan, Selina. How much longer might Japan extend that state of emergency?
Well, according to local reports, they could extend this for as long as several more weeks beyond this previous plan to lift it on May 6th. We have seen the number of new COVID cases reported daily in Osaka and Tokyo start to fall, but experts are saying that this rate of change is not as fast as expected. Japan, as you know, so far has avoided this type of full lockdown used in many Western countries. Some businesses, including bars, hairdressers, remain open, but authorities in Japan actually don't have the legal power to punish people who disobey these requests. So instead, they have been strongly urging people to cut interactions with others by 80% and have been urging people to stay at home, especially during this upcoming national holiday. And Japan, meanwhile, has also been criticized for a lack of testing. For instance, Professor Kenji Shibuya, he's a professor at King's College and a former World Health Organization chief. He says Japan needs to massively expand testing capacity to 100,000 a day. And he says that the true number of people infected in Japan is 10 times or more than this official count of more than 13,000 cases. And just for some context, so far Japan has only tested 130,000 people, which is really just a fraction of many other countries.
And Selina, Singapore making headlines. Cases in the Lion City have been growing. What is the scale of the outbreak at this point?
As Linda, it's been a concerning trajectory. Singapore is one of Asia's smallest populations, but now has the most infections in Asia after China and India, reporting more than 900 new cases on Sunday, bringing that total number of infections to more than 13,000, now overtaking the number of cases in Japan. And really what this is a bit of a cautionary tale for countries that have overlooked disadvantaged populations. In the early days of the outbreak, Singapore and its leadership were really seen as global standards for contact tracing and containment. But now experts say that Singapore's major weak point was failing to do this large-scale community testing early enough within the foreign labor community, which comprises about 1/5 of Singapore's total population and now more than 70% of Singapore's total infections. And these migrant workers live in these close quarters in dormitories, many people sharing one room. And now amid this confinement, there have been many reports of hygiene issues, lack of sanitation, clogged toilets, overflowing trash chutes, none of which bodes well for trying to contain the virus. But for its part, the government says it is now aggressively testing this foreign labor community and has shifted many of the healthy workers to temporary housing facilities.